All right, same day. I'll never forget this conversation. I was in high school. I was in Florida with my parents, Clearwater, Florida. One of my favorite places, down in Florida, right by the Gulf. I can only imagine the pictures you could take down there to show people. There's absolutely no curvature at all with the information they've given us. The curvature of Earth, which is sad. Anyway, I remember talking to her. We were sitting down on a bench somewhere. It was at the Marriott Hotel, and we were just looking at the sky. It was late at night, and we were talking about the moon and the stars and everything like that. Astrology. That's usually when a guy tries to pick up a woman. They go directly into astrology, come up with an idea like that. Then they ask the woman, what her job is or what she does. Remember, guys, if you're looking to pick up a female, always let her talk. Don't you talk over her. Okay, it's just some advice for people out there who are single. Anyway, she was really a nice person, but I mean, we were getting into, could you imagine if the moon was a little larger, and we could actually see construction going on in the moon, from Earth, and that's what you should be able to see when you're on the moon and you're looking at Earth. See, now reverse that idea, and now being on the moon and you're looking at Earth, you should be able to see a lot more than they're showing you. But yet, once again, after all these years that we've been doing this, we still don't have a camera on top of that freaking rocket or any rocket they're shooting off. We don't have any evidence of a rocket leaving this atmosphere and looking at the Earth getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. We have no evidence of this at all. Nothing. You know why? Because everything is bullshit. They're just going to keep giving you CGI nonsense and more drawings of nonsense. They're never going to go to Mars. They're never going anywhere. They're never going to colonize anything. They can't. They can't pull it off anymore. And once again, we still do not have a camera with all the probes that we have everywhere. As a matter of fact, today I read in some space bullshit thing that Google likes to give me, that there is so much trash on Mars right now, debris, of all the probes and the nonsense that we've sent up there, that it might actually affect us if we colonize Mars. That's a big problem. That's another red flag. So they're gonna have to clean the debris. So they'll have to get some more robots up there, the debris, and get rid of it before we start to colonize that. How many years is that going to take? Maybe 50? It took them 3 years to fix the fucking street light outside. You see the irony of it? Isn't it beautiful? They can just keep fucking kicking this fucking can down the street all of your life, and you won't even know. You won't care by the time you're 70 or 80. Who cares? Yeah, as far as you're concerned, we went to space. We went everywhere. It's Think About It Friday. And I don't know. I guess maybe everything I say is something to think about. I've got really nothing specific right now, but I mean, I'm just so annoyed that, look, in reality, if we did live on this imaginary solar system that we live on, and we were all happy go lucky people, there should be a fucking camera on the moon, since we were there several times. And I think we did have solar panels back in the 70s, didn't we? And even if we didn't, it wouldn't make a difference. We could have gone back there, because we've been to Mars several times too. Showing us the Earth. The weatherman could use this information. I mean, you're talking about critical information for the weatherman to tell us about tornadoes, how they're created, and what happens. And they can watch this from a camera from something that's 238,000 miles away. What more could you possibly want to predict the weather? But it's never going to happen. They'll never be able to turn around one of these telescopes that are zoomed in on a universe or a star that's 7 million light years away, or 7,000 light years away, or 7 billion light years away that they claim. Because they can't do it. They can't spin it around and just show it a town with live footage of people walking around in a car. Google will give you that, because they have these little balloons going up there. Man, I mean, you just, people wake the fuck up. Ether. I've thought about it. And it's a really in-depth thing. I don't want to get fully into it because it could be a conversation that can go on for like 2 hours. 3, 4, all night. I mean, I've gotten into conversations with people. I just actually, oh shit. Actually, my boss's brother-in-law is now a flat earther, and he's right up the street. So we're gonna have a little fun with him. He just turned flat earth, so he's at 101 right now. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Once I get into the PhD level of flat earth, I think I'm done, you know, with videos at this point. I don't know, just a thought I'm gonna throw out there. But anyway, I'm not quite at that PhD level. I'm now graduated, and I'm now up to the master's level, just beginning master's level. Anyway, ether, for example. And I've spoken to people about this, you know, who've lost a limb, a finger, whatever it may be. Admiral Byrd, when he went down there, I've read, you know, had physical proof of actually taking a piece out of this dome that we're covered with. And it was so cold, you know, I mean, it was just absolutely freezing cold. They couldn't get a sample back quick enough to the laboratory to study it. It just disappeared. Right? So it's almost like it's not actually there. Okay? This is master's degree level. Anybody who's not a flat earther, bye-bye. Go watch your squirrels. Go watch your moths, or whatever the hell you're going to watch. Enjoy. Okay? But he couldn't get back that sample back to the laboratory. They weren't able to do it. It would just kind of disappear right when it left that part of the dome. And we want to call it the ether because that is electricity. You know, there's electricity all around us, but yet we're paying for it, just like we pay for water. See the irony of it? Isn't it beautiful? I'm going to be getting more into this. A little more research has to go into this too. But we're all connected there somehow or another. And that's, again, with the 100 monkeys. You know, one of them comes up with an idea, another one comes up with another idea, and they all connect somehow or another, and then they figure out how to clean something out of nowhere. The moth, not the moth, the butterfly. It was away from the other ones. There were 3 that we kept inside of that bowl. 2 of them hatched, and both of them disappeared. The 3rd one had a little bit of a trouble. You know, it needed help, shall we say. You know, but how did it know where to go? Didn't learn it. People would say by instinct. What is instinct? Define, please. Define instinct to me. No. No, it's all part of a program. I think. That's my belief. and it's embedded inside of you. And that would make perfect sense with this electronical device that's covering us, the dome, that we're all connected with somehow or another. And if we can home in on this device, and the ancient civilizations have figured it out, and all that has been hidden from us with electricity and seeing things from the 1600s and even going back to the 1500s. I mean, these black and white pictures that you can just barely make out, but I mean, you see antennas coming out from all over the place. You see that's another irony, you know, that they put on our face. You know, putting these cell phone fucking towers all over the place with God knows what kind of radiation they're creating, but we're paying for that. You're paying for that. You're paying for that service. All right, when you shouldn't be. Okay? Because they're not harnessing anything. They're plugged in. We were not plugged in hundreds of years ago. All right? I mean, just look at Tesla. Just look at all the fucking records from Tesla. Look at what he... And then all of a sudden, gone. Died. That's a shame. So the guy who figured out how to run an engine on water, hydrogen, H2O. Gone. There's another guy up in Maine who figured out how to make solar panels that were 80% more efficient than they have right now. Gone. I want you to think about all this stuff, you know? Thank you for subbing. Thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.